Every American knows Rome. Every American knows Greece. Every American knows London. But what if I told you the greatest city in the history of human civilization was none of these? It was a city built in the desert, built by Muslims, built on knowledge, science, and pure genius. A city so advanced it made ancient Rome look like a village. This is the story of Baghdad, and this is the story they never taught you in school.
The year is 762 AD. The most powerful ruler in the world, Caliph al-Mansur of the Abbasid Empire, stands in the middle of the desert between two rivers, and he makes a decision that will change human history forever. He will build a city here. Not just any city, the perfect city. He brings together the greatest architects, the greatest astronomers, the greatest mathematicians of the Islamic world, and together they design something never seen before. A perfectly circular city, 4 gates facing the 4 directions of the earth. At the center, a magnificent palace and mosque. When it was completed, Baghdad had a population of over 1 million people. Let that sink in. 1 million people, when London, the future capital of the British Empire, had fewer than 10,000. Baghdad wasn't just a city, it was a statement. Islam had arrived, and it had arrived in style. Bait al-Hikmah, the House of Wisdom. Imagine the greatest library you have ever seen. Now, multiply it by 1,000. The House of Wisdom was not just a library, it was the world's first research university, a place where the greatest minds from every corner of the world came to think, to discover, to create. Muslim scholars, Christian scholars, Jewish scholars, Persian scientists, Indian mathematicians, all working side by side under one roof. No walls between religions, no barriers between civilizations, just knowledge. Here, they translated every great book ever written, Greek philosophy, Persian science, Indian mathematics, all translated into Arabic, preserved, protected, and then improved upon. This is where algebra was born. A Muslim scholar named al-Khwarizmi sat in this building and invented the mathematical system that every American student struggles with today. The word algebra itself comes from his book, Al-Kitab al-Mukhtasar fi Hisab al-Jabr, algebra. This is where modern medicine was developed. Ibn Sina, known in the West as Avicenna, wrote a medical encyclopedia here that European doctors used as their primary textbook for the next 600 years. 600 years. This is the part that will truly blow your mind. Now let's talk about what life actually looked like in this city, because this is the part that will truly blow your mind. While Europeans in the year 900 AD were living in wooden huts with no running water, Baghdad had hospitals, free hospitals, where doctors were required to pass examinations before they could treat patients, where medical records were kept for every single patient. Baghdad had street lighting. The streets were lit at night with oil lamps. Europe would not have street lighting for another 500 years. Baghdad had a postal system, mail delivery across the entire empire. Baghdad had public baths, hundreds of them. Baghdad had a sewage system. And the food, the culture, the poetry, the music. This was the era of 1001 Nights, Scheherazade, Aladdin, Sinbad. These were not fairy tales. These were reflections of a real, sophisticated, cosmopolitan society. Merchants from China, India, Africa, and Europe all walked the same streets of Baghdad. It was the New York City of the medieval world. And then, in 1258, it all ended. The Mongol army, led by Hulagu Khan, grandson of Genghis Khan, arrived at the walls of Baghdad with the largest military force the world had ever seen. The caliph refused to surrender.
It was the last mistake he ever made. The Mongols broke through the walls, and what happened next was one of the greatest catastrophes in human history. They burned the House of Wisdom. They threw every book, every scroll, every manuscript into the Tigris River. Historians say the river ran black for 6 months, black with the ink of destroyed books. Centuries of human knowledge gone in days. They killed between 200,000 and 800,000 people. The irrigation systems were destroyed and never rebuilt. The farmland turned to desert. The population of Iraq would not recover for 700 years. 700 years. The light of Baghdad went out. So why am I telling this story to an American audience? Because Baghdad's legacy is inside your life, right now. Today, every time you solve an algebra equation in school, that's Baghdad. Every time a doctor diagnoses you using systematic medical methods, that's Baghdad. Every time you look up at the stars and hear names like Aldebaran, Betelgeuse, Rigel, those are Arabic names given by Baghdad's astronomers. The coffee in your cup this morning, first cultivated and popularized in the Islamic world. The concept of a university, pioneered in the Islamic world. The numeric system you use, 0, 1, 2, 3, developed in the Islamic world and brought to Europe through Arabic texts. America was built on the Enlightenment. The Enlightenment was built on the Renaissance. The Renaissance was built on ancient Greek knowledge. And that ancient Greek knowledge was preserved, translated, and improved by Baghdad. Without Baghdad, there may have been no Renaissance. Without the Renaissance, there may have been no America. Think about that. The golden age of Baghdad lasted nearly 500 years. 5 centuries of science, art, medicine, mathematics, and culture that quite literally built the foundation of the modern world. It was destroyed in days, but its ideas could not be destroyed, because ideas, once born, live forever. The next time someone tells you that Islam and science are opposites, remember Baghdad, remember the House of Wisdom, remember the river that ran black with ink. If this video opened your eyes, share it, because this is the history class you never got. Subscribe, because next week we go even deeper into the hidden histories that shaped your world. The past is talking. Are you listening?